super terrified moment?
John, have you ever been in a fight?
Yeah, couple. Not too many. My first one was 6th grade. Next one was 11th grade. I like dislocated my shoulder. Stopped fighting for years. Never wanted to fight anyways.
How did you dislocate your shoulder? Like
Dude,
throwing a weird punch?
You missed a lot of details there.
What? Wait, no, hold on.
Whoa,
logical conclusion.
back. You just
was in high school, dislocated my shoulder. What don't you understand?
No, I mean, like, you said 2 fights,
yeah.
you already moved on. It's like, whoa, details.
Yeah.
So the kid took my lunch money, and then I fucked.
Well, what happened was, it was this guy that had to do with me and my girlfriend. It was her ex, and he was this guy that was quick to instigate with everybody. He was kind of hot-headed. Looking back, I probably should have liked him. He's probably somebody worth being like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, not so bad. Yeah, I understand why everybody doesn't like you. That'll make sense to me 18 years from now. But
right.
So he had actually been scuffling with a friend of mine, and I kind of reached over to like pull him off and like, yeah, that's right. Let me jump in on this action. And he had jerked and probably was just his power just outpowered me. Like my shoulder, the way it was, shoulders are tricky. It's a tricky joint. And it gets put in that weird position, and it like subluxes. And I was like, "Oh shit, I'm out." All right, get him, Joe. And then I walked to the side, and Joe handled him fine. But I was like, he walked away from the story like, yeah, and everybody's like, and Joe was on top, and anyways, Dalton had to go get Lance to get him off, and then Joe whooped his ass, and I was like. Yeah, I was by the car. I had to, like trying to put my shoulder back in. That's how it worked, and it was because of my girlfriend at the time too.
Doing this,
right? No, I'm slowly just trying to. What I did is I slowly like wiggled my way out, the same way I would at a concert. I just wiggled my way out of the crowd. Luckily, nobody was like, "Hey, get him, he's hurt," because there were several people on each side. But the last one, did I tell you about the fight I got in at Taco Bell here in Itaewon?
No.
No,
I
heard
briefly about it.
Oh,
yeah, go
man.
to the details.
All right, so I go into Itaewon.
Here in Korea, very risky move to get in a fight here.
Yeah,
in Korea.
silly. But you know what was weird is I was overall just kind of curious. Like, yeah, I could fight right now. Like, I have the liberty to fight. That's up to me. And I walked into it voluntarily, but
I didn't need to, but I wanted to.
Yeah,
be there.
it was for the rush, mostly because of the location. We were at Taco Bell. I'm out at in Itaewon. There, we're in Itaewon.
In front of Taco Bell, just gets my blood.
Well, hold on. Just listen to this. So I walk into Taco Bell. I order something. Mind you, I've been to Taco Bell maybe about 4 times in the past decade. So at this rate, every 4 times I step into Taco Bell, I'm due to get in a fight 25% of the time. Just because of this moment.
That's your record.
Right, just because, only because 4 times, right? So I go into Taco Bell and I order my food and I'm sitting down waiting for my food. And I'm talking with this nice Korean guy who was a college student back in the States. We're chatting at there's a window that overlooks the street. So we're looking out and the register is behind us. And as I'm sitting there, I hear this guy, yeah, nigga, Hollywood, nigga, California, nigga, South Korea, nigga, Seoul, nigga. He's slowly closing in the proximity to where I'm like, and I look up, next is going to be Taco Bell, nigga. Right? I look up, and he's looking at me.
He's like,
he's looking at me. This seat, nigga. Tile floor, lean to you. And anyway, so I'm looking at this guy, and then he's looking at me, and I look back at my friend who's going to like Oxford or something. He's just a nice, and this guy's he's like, you should probably just leave him alone. And I was like, yeah, it's funny though, right? Like, I don't know this guy. Okay, so this guy's Korean, the one that I'm talking to, and the one saying nigga. Right? So he's at the counter just saying this across from me. And I was like, all right, well, I'm not offended by the word. Just the way you're saying it to me, though. It's like you could have been saying, have a nice day. Have a nice day. And it still would have been upsetting to me.
Like,
yeah.
Why?
Yeah, right. Stop. Aggressive. So anyways, they get their food. His friend is slowly pulling him up the stairs. And I'm like, yeah, this is over. Unless I go upstairs. So I start going up the stairs. I'm like, I'm just going to talk to this guy, see what's going on. And his friend the whole time is cool. Just like, yeah, sorry, he's drunk. And then I start getting like ethical. Well, you shouldn't even talk like that if you're drunk, right? And then, but
them fighting words from John. Who are you?
Right.
Instigating like nobody's business.
And so I'm looking at this guy. Then we start talking back and forth, and he's still just, I've never been called nigga so much in my life.
And it's a Korean guy?
Yeah, it's a Korean guy. It's a Korean guy. I'm assuming Korean American.
Oh, man.
But he wanted me. So so I was like, all right, well, we're in Taco Bell. Anyway, so
I feel kind of special at this point.
I'm sitting, actually, I go up and I sit at the table that they're sitting at. Like,
they're move, man. Aggressive.
Because I'm like, deep down, I'm like, well, let's talk about it. But I'm entertained by the moment because I'm like, there's so many things that can happen here. So many things that can happen. What if we end up sharing this crunch wrap? You know, or what if we get in a fight? I'm all the way like, let's just see what happens. I know that I'm just gonna go home and I know what's gonna happen there. So let's see what happens. We're still we're talking, and then all of a sudden I'm like, all right. Then I stand up, and then he stands up, and then I just throw a left hand, and then hit him on the chin, and then he starts punching back, and his friend's in between. So I just fucking throw his friend. I feel so bad because he hit all these tables and like fell over, and he might have got hurt, and he was just like, oh dude, I told you he was drunk and he wanted to fight. So anyways, but the guy ends up somehow in it. Like, I didn't feel anything, and I obviously got hit because my nose was bleeding.
Oh,
but
damn.
yeah. But anyways,
but you didn't feel it.
I was on top. I ended the fight on top. You know what I did was I hip tossed him. I got the underhooks and I hip tossed him. And then I was there, and I was like, because deep down I didn't want to fight. I was really curious about like, I mean, can I handle this man? And I certainly did, because I remember I just had him. I was holding him. I was like, people are getting up to like break us up. Well, let me just hold him. I just had my hand on his neck, was just holding him. And then like he gets up, and then we break it up. And then I'm like, because I really just wanted to see what would happen. So I'm like, try to shake his hand. You know? And then he fucking punches me in the face.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, but they didn't hurt, though. It was the thing. That was the whole thing. I was like, I got what I wanted. Yeah. But he ripped my shirt. And then I suppose the worst part was like leaving Taco Bell. And like I've got blood coming out of my nose, right? So it almost looks like I'm the victim. Yeah. But I still don't want to deal with anything. Yeah. So I'm leaving. I'm walking on Itaewon. Like, I'm just fucking cleaning blood off my nose. Like, I got to get a cab.
Yeah.
Which is hard enough to get in Itaewon.
Much less be covered in blood.
And I'm covered in blood. My shirt's ripped. Chest is out. Buttons just all over Taco Bell floor. Oh, man. And anyways, as I'm going down the street, I hear the cop lights. I don't know if they were going to where I was at or whatever, but anyways, I was just like, wasn't me. Just start walking. I get in the cab. I end up going home. But the whole thing just taught me, like, yeah, I could do that. I could get in a fight anytime I want.